Captain's Log, Stardate 87261.5. The Dominion still controls DS9 despite their seemingly obsolete starships due to the sheer number of these vessels, 2,800 in total. And given our technological superiority over these vessels, we could in theory retake the station with just a few hundred of our own. But the loss of life would no doubt be significant. Even so, plans were being formed by Command to embark on this mission, but these were changed due to some information that I stumbled upon a few days ago. Just for some context, I have more of a connection to the Prophets than most other non-Bajoran Starfleet officers, as I assisted in returning one of their orbs to their Mirror Universe counterparts. And because of this, it seems they saw fit to grant me a vision. From this vision, I was able to deduce that the fleet that troubles us now is not in fact a new offensive by the Dominion, but rather an old one. Because this fleet is in fact the same fleet removed by them during the Dominion War at the request, or rather plea, from one Captain Sisko, who was of course the Prophet's emissary. In that time, the arrival of such a fleet would have spelled the annihilation of the Alpha Quadrant, and more importantly to them, Bajor. And rather than effectively murdering those Dominion soldiers, it seems they moved them to a point in time when they believe this fleet can be adequately handled. Unfortunately, this time is our time. With this information, myself and Captain Kurland sought an audience with the Dominion aboard DS9, but even when presented with proof of their temporal displacement, the Vorta in charge there, Loris, refused to leave without a direct order from the Dominion's founders. And so now, with that information and my own recommendation, Starfleet has formed a new plan to sneak a small craft past the station and to the Gamma Quadrant to seek the aid of the current Dominion. Right, we've arrived in orbit of Deep Space Nine aboard the USS Cavalier. They haven't detected us yet because they're masking our energy signature, but if we do anything drastic like enter the wormhole, they will. That's where the plan comes in. The fleet is waiting just outside the system to warp in and distract them. Tyrell says that the only way we can enter the wormhole without setting off Deep Space Nine's defenses is to disable the station's sensor clusters. She says if we do that, we'll blind ops. If someone's looking out a window, they'll see the wormhole open, but we'll be long gone before they have a chance to scramble patrol ships to stop us. But Tyrell says that to disable the station's sensor clusters, first we have to find a way around the Jem'Hadar vessels patrolling near them. Understood, Commander. Tyrell reports that Captain Kurland is ready to use the fleet as a diversion. On our signal, they'll warp in and engage the Jem'Hadar vessels. That will give us a chance to get to Deep Space Nine, disable the sensor clusters, and escape through the wormhole. Tyrell, signal the fleet to engage the enemy. Right, the Jem'Hadar ships are moving to engage the fleet. We should be able to approach the station now that they're preoccupied. Helm, Commander Winters, set a course. Right. We're moving in. Let's keep an eye out for those sensor clusters. I see cluster Alpha. Set a course. Weapons hot, deflectors to full. Tyrell reports, scanning sensor clusters now. Analysis complete. Recommendations available for my review. Go ahead, Commander. Oh Christ, we're under attack! What the devil? A worker bee is restoring sensor array. We have to stop it. Understood, we're being attacked by fighters. Evasive maneuvers. Target that worker bee, now target those fighters. Fire! We can't let them inform the station of our location and our intentions. Fire! Right, that's one fighter down. Target the next. Fire all weapons. Torpedoes! Fire! Oh, bloody hell, that was damn close, but the shield took the brunt of the hit. Let's disable that sensor cluster, quickly. Terrell reports that we need to disable the sensor clusters in a specific order. Look for Alpha cluster first, then Beta, and so on. She says Loris will order fighters and work bees to respond. We got a taste for that already, as soon as we disable the first sensor cluster, and apparently before that. They'll try to repair the sensor clusters, and if they succeed, we'll have to restart the process. Understood, Commander. She suggests we target and destroy the work bees before that can happen. Understood, Commander. Right, Cluster Alpha has been disabled. Set a course for Beta. Hard to starboard. Let's do this quickly. Right, Tyrell, disable the sensor cluster. Right, shields up. They'll likely send more ships. Just keep an eye out. Right, nothing so far. Set a course for Gamma. Disable Cluster Gamma. Right, next would be... Oh, Christ, under attack! Hard to starboard to base of Pattern Alpha 1, Commander Winters. Fire all weapons! Fire! Right, target the next fighter. Bring us around. They've disabled our aft weapons, damn it! Right, we have to get them into the bearing of our forward weapons. Target that work bee. Yeah, but we're taking fire in our aft quarter. Right, the work bee's been disabled. Hard to port. Target that fighter. Christ, hard about. Belay that order. Fighter disabled. The devil, there's another worker bee. We're detecting another worker bee on Cluster Alpha. Destroy it. Quickly. Right, work bee's been disabled. Right, let's find Cluster Delta. Commander Tyrell, disable Cluster Delta. Delta disabled. Right, set a course for Zeta. More fighters! Commander Winters, evasive maneuvers! Flores, open fire! Torpedoes! We're taking fire from two separate fighters. Let's deal with them one at a time. Fire all weapons. Bloody hell, that is a quantum torpedo. Right, that's one fighter down. Target the next. Damn it, bring us around. Damn it, the aft weapons are damaged beyond repair. That somewhat limits our capabilities, but we'll have to make do. Fire! Bloody hell! Christ, we took damage from the explosion from that vessel. Target the work bee. Right, we're repairing structural integrity. We've got another worker bee on one of the other clusters. Fire! Right, all engines full astern. Oh, there's another one. Oh, bloody hell. Set a course, quickly. Fire! Fire! Did we get it in time? Damn it, it repaired it. We have to get back to Cluster Alpha. This should go more quickly now that we know the exact locations of each cluster. Hard about. Set a course for Beta. Target those fighters. Fire! Bloody hell, that was a close call. Christ. Hull integrity is down to 62%. Destroy that worker bee. Right, disable... Right, let's redisable Cluster Delta. Disable Epsilon. Right, bring us around. Target fighters. Right, that's another worker bee down. Let's prioritize the worker bees. If we focus on fighters, then the worker bees will be able to repair the subsystems and undo everything we've done. Bloody hell, the shields can take it. Right, divert auxiliary power to shields. Fire on those fighters! Right, fighter destroyed. Target the next. Bloody hell. Fire torpedoes! Bloody hell. Right, that's the last fighter disabled. Now let's find Cluster Zeta. There it is, set a course. Commander Winters, set a course. Tavral, disable the cluster. Flores reports we've been spotted. One of the Jem'Hadar fighters is breaking away to investigate, jamming its communications now.
The Jem'Hadar ship is on an intercept course, sir.
Bloody hell!
Shields and weapons are at full, Captain. Ready to engage.
Oh, bloody hell, evasive maneuvers! Damn it, we can't outfight them, but we can outmaneuver them. Let's use the station as cover. Prepare a spread of torpedoes. Auxiliary power to weapons. Let's knock out their shields. Fire! Their forward shields are down. Torpedoes away! Hard to port, our forward shields are at 50%. Bloody hell, let's hit them again. And then let's pull off. Right, Commander, bring us around. Target their aft quarter. Fire all weapons. Right, we're opening fire. Right, Commander, let's pull away. Right, we have to make a series of hit and run attacks, regenerating our shields and then coming in again. Fire! Torpedoes! Bloody hell, that's quantum torpedoes! We're taking a beating on our forward shields. Right, the fighter's been destroyed. Hard to port. Commander Winters reports that communication is coming in from the fleet. They're preparing to break off and warp to safety. He says we should enter the wormhole as soon as possible. Understood, Commander, and agreed. Set a course.
Setting a course for the wormhole now. We'll be halfway to the Gamma Quadrant before the Jem'Hadar know what happened. Wow, that's some view. This is my first trip into the wormhole. Thanks for letting me tag along. Captain Curlin says there's a traitor in the Idrin system who knows how to contact the Dominion. She's probably our best chance for finding them quickly. But Curlin says Farek's help won't come cheap. We need to be ready to negotiate with her. When we're out of the wormhole, we should start searching for Farek's vessel.
Right, we've arrived in the Gamma Quadrant. Tavral reports that our intel said that Farek's ship would be here, in the Idrin system. But there's nothing on scanners. However, she says that someone has dropped a nav marker in the area. She suggests we set a course for it. Agreed, Tavral. Commander Winters, set a course for the beacon. Increase speed to full impulse. Winters, full stop.
I'm picking up a ship on long-range sensors, Captain. The configuration matches Farek's ship, sir, but I'm detecting damage to several systems. There's no response to a hail, sir, but her communications array might be damaged. Setting a course to the ship's coordinates now.
Right, we're deep in the Idrin system now. Tyrell reports that Farrak's ship is inside that large asteroid, apparently. But she says that the entrance is shielded. Tyrell reports we need to destroy the shield generator and then enter the asteroid. Tyrell reports that sensors also show that the area is teeming with a life form not in our records, and that may be why Farrak has sealed herself inside the asteroid. She says that the Cosmozoans are hostile, and she thinks they could be dangerous to a ship of this size. However, they're not actively hunting. She says if we try to keep a safe distance, they shouldn't bother us. Understood, Commander. Right, full impulse. I can see the shield generator, full stop. I wonder if Farrak set this up, but we have no way of contacting her, so we'll have to destroy it either way. Right. Charge weapons. Fire! Commander, take us in. Commander Winter, stick to low impulse. We don't want this mission to fail because we've been squished against the side of the inside of an asteroid. We're detecting Farrak's ship ahead. Tyrell, open a channel. Let's see what the hell's going on. Ferengi Marauder Krenak, this is the Starfleet Runabout Cavalier. We were said to rendezvous with you. Please respond.
If you want it, I've got it.
Are you Farrak?
That's me, the best trader with the biggest deals in the sector. I have Utterberry futures, cultural artifacts from 100 different worlds, alpha current nectar, disruptor rifles, and the best salvage this side of the galactic barrier. Or maybe you're interested in something else. Need a guide to the Gamma Quadrant? How about someone who can take you to the hidden markets, or get you into the Dosi system unnoticed? If you have the Latinum, I have what you need.
Farrak, we're not interested in anything you have to sell. We want only what was prearranged. We need to know the quickest way to find the Dominion. Also, what the devil happened to your ship?
Oh, that? Nothing really. Nothing you need to be concerned about. You just can't make some customers happy.
Fascinating. Now back to the mission at hand. Farrak, we need to find the Dominion.
Well, now, that's an interesting question. I know where to find the Dominion, of course. I can even get you in touch with a Vorta who has a direct line to the Founders. He's a close personal friend as well as a valued client. In fact, I always keep a case of Covenant Crunch on board just for him. However, the location of one of my best customers is not information I share for free. And no offense, friend, but you don't look like you can afford what I would charge.
We brought Latinum with us, Farrak. I'm sure it'll be sufficient.
I'll give it to you straight. Intel about the Dominion is hard to acquire, and therefore extremely valuable. You don't have a cargo hold big enough for all the Latinum I'd want in exchange for the data, but I'm willing to consider an alternative method of payment. You see that planetoid over there? I have a limited amount of time to collect everything valuable from it that I can. And as you can see, my ship could use some repairs. While my crew and I work on fixing this baby up, I could use some help with the salvage. So, here's the deal. You get me something I can turn a profit with, and I'll tell you where you can find the Dominion.
Very well, we'll see what we can do. We do need that information. And on the upside, we can bring Starfleet's Latinum back to them unspent. I'm sure the Federation Treasury will be happy about that. Right, Tyrell reports that there are 3 types of problems we are most likely to encounter on the defense satellites here. We'll go over it on the way there. Commander Winters, set a course out of the asteroid once again. Oh, there's another entrance here. We didn't need to destroy that shield generator. Well, let's not tell Farrak that we did that. It might make her up the price for the information. Right, Tyrell, about those satellites, run me over the basics. Tyrell says that the active magnetic wave pulse. I'll try to remember that, Commander, but be sure to remind me once we encounter those problems. Right, Commander Winters, set a course for the first satellite, full impulse. Right, there's the first one, embedded in an asteroid. Full stop. Scan the satellite. Active enemy detection. Active enemy detection. Deactivate sensors and then magnetic wave pulse. Understood. Deactivate the sensor batteries. Right. Commander Flores, fire a magnetic wave pulse. Perfect. Beaming salvage into our cargo hold now. Excellent work, Commander. Winters, set a course out of the asteroid and to the next satellite. Commander Winters, take us in slow. Right, we're coming up on the next satellite. Full stop. Right, let's see what this one needs. Tyrell, execute a scan. Flores, be ready with the countermeasures. Active sensors. That requires ionic power core and then sensor batteries. Understood. Commander, get it done. Beam the ionic power core aboard vessel. Right, satellite is stable. We can keep going. Now let's deactivate the sensor. Right, Flores, deactivate the sensor batteries. Right, that's the next set of salvage. Commander Winters, you know the drill. Set a course for the nearest satellite. Well, if we get just as much salvage from the next satellite, it should be the last one. Commander Winters, let's set a course. Let's get this over with. Tyrell, execute a scan. Right, let's see what the satellite needs. Active satellite. What was that? Tyrell reports we need to... yes, quantum scan and ionic power core. Flores, execute a quantum scan. Now let's remove the ionic power core. Tyrell reports that we're receiving a hail from Farek. She says she has what she needs and that we should get our tails back to her ship before she loses any more profit. Tyrell says that's a direct quote. Understood, Commander. Winters, set a course back to Farek. Let's get this damned information and then rendezvous with the Dominion, hopefully. Full impulse. There's some of those cosmozoans that Tyrell was talking about. It doesn't appear that we're close enough for them to be hostile. It appears they're feeding off those asteroids. Fascinating, but unfortunately we're not on an exploratory mission. We'll take all the scans we can. Starfleet can analyze it when we get back. Let's get back to Farek's ship. We've got the salvage you wanted, Farek. Now give us the information.
That's great. Nice doing business with you. I'll just verify the transport and then I'll contact my friend, the very important Vorta. I'm sure that he'll be able to help you with whatever you need.
Yes, certainly. Just get on with it. Tyrell, beam the salvage over.
Quick! Cut the comm! Jump to warp! Wait, can they still hear me? You know the funny thing about resonance pulses? They drive the swarmers crazy.
Oh, bloody hell! They've gone to warp! Helm, set a pursuit course! Tyrell reports the Farek's vessel has emitted a resonance pulse before going to warp. It enraged the swarmers. We won't be able to engage the warp engine until we take care of them. Bloody hell. Harming wildlife isn't exactly what we're here to do. But we have an important mission. Power up weapons and set a pursuit course as soon as we can. Bloody hell, get us out of this asteroid! Weapons hot, deflectors to full! Damn it, if we're harming the wildlife, let's not do too much damage. Flores, set the weapons to their lowest setting. Let's see if we can scare them off. And Flores, it goes without saying, please don't use torpedoes. Right, let's stun these swarmers. Fire! Right. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell, these... What the devil? We're being targeted by energy weapons. What the hell? I thought these things were biological. Some sort of biological life form with energy weapons? What the hell? Bloody hell, right? Right, we've set our phasers to emit small explosions to help scare them off. That's not us blowing up the swarmers, don't worry. Oh, we'd never do that, surely. Right, just a few more. Damn it, if those Dominion fighters hadn't taken out our aft weapons, this would be a hell of a lot easier. It's fascinating that these biological swarmers can somehow interfere with our nacelles, preventing them from creating a stable subspace field. It's fascinating. Right, let's deal with the stragglers. Let's scare them off. We had a small collision with the ice on the edge of the asteroid there, but nothing the shields couldn't handle. Right, that's the last swarmer. Commander Winters, set a pursuit course. Maximum warp, engage. Tyrell reports that Farrick didn't lie about knowing how to find the Dominion. Apparently, her ship is surrounded by Jem'Hadar vessels. However, Tyrell says that she wouldn't say they're on good terms, however. Farrick's ship has apparently been disabled by them. It turns out Farrick managed to help us find the Dominion after all. Tyrell says that they've detected us. They're not making any hostile moves in our direction. That's a good sign. Tyrell recommends we approach and see if they want to talk. I certainly hope they do. If they don't, then I'm not sure what we'll do about Deep Space Nine. Right, let's close the distance. Full impulse.
Farrick's ship has life support and engines, sir, but that's about it. Shields are failing, and she only has limited weapons. The lead Jem'Hadar vessel is hailing us, sir. Putting it on screen now.
Ah, so the representatives of the Alpha Quadrant finally make their way to seek aid from the Dominion. We have been expecting you. According to our information, you're having a slight occupation problem on Deep Space Nine. I might be able to assist you with that problem if you have come here in friendship. And as we all know, friends help one another. You can start by destroying this nuisance and her ship. She has intruded into the Gamma Quadrant without permission and is conducting unauthorized salvage operations in our space. The penalty for this is clear. By all rights, we should execute you as well, but I am willing to overlook your involvement this time. So, as the Ferengi would say, do we have a deal?
That wasn't the most promising opening, Hale. They threatened to kill us. And Farrick may have deceived us, but she doesn't deserve to die. Certainly her crew doesn't. They were only following her orders, even though they probably would have done the same in her position.
Hey, friend. Look, I found the Dominion for you. You have to help me. They're crazy. Okay, I'll go. I'll go back to the Alpha Quadrant. I'll refund their latinum. I'll even give them what's left of my cargo holds. Just don't let them kill me. And that resonance pulse. Funny, huh? I knew those little suckers couldn't really hurt you.
Did you indeed? But, Farrick, I don't intend to destroy your vessel. Rest assured, I'll get you out of this.
If you let me go, I know Iran won't hunt me down again. He's got too many other problems to worry about a small-timer like me. Just, please, let me go.
Farrick, do yourself a favor. Shut up and set a course to the wormhole and never come back to the Gamma Quadrant again. We'll see what we can do about these Dominion vessels. Alright, Tyrell, open a channel to the Dominion vessels. Hopefully they don't destroy us in payment.
You come seeking my aid and then refuse a simple request? This is not an auspicious start. Nevertheless, you have something I want, and I have something you need. The only logical conclusion is cooperation. I will return to the Alpha Quadrant with you and render whatever assistance I can.
There is a price, though.
There is a price, though. For more than 30 years, Starfleet has held one of the Founders as a prisoner of war. Imagine the hubris it takes to contain a god. The arrogance. When the Founder is returned to me, you will have the Dominion's complete cooperation, and my guarantee that Karukan and his fleet will not trouble Deep Space Nine again.
They want the Founder? My god, that Founder has been 30 years ago. She was taken into custody as a price for the treaty that ended the Dominion War. Bloody hell, I don't think Starfleet will be happy about this, but if it gets those Dominion forces off Deep Space Nine, then I'm not sure we can refuse. Well, at least the Dominion are somewhat willing to help us. Helm, set a course back to the Alpha Quadrant.